Good morning and welcome back to another sports card episode. Today we have another HGA reveal. Let's get into it. Welcome back, everyone. Just wanted to go over this new HGA reveal that we just got back. Just got a couple of orders back. So this is actually, I believe it's 2 9-card orders, or maybe 2 9-card orders and a couple of other ones. So we'll go over all the cards that we got back and see how we did. I wanted to go over, first of all, my Raiders. Go Raiders, 2-0. I wanted to talk a little bit about the card show that I went to over the weekend in San Jose, California. I haven't been to a card show in a while. I didn't go to the National. I didn't go to the Industry Summit in Vegas, or the card show there. So missed out on a couple of big shows. So decided to get out to San Jose, and the show was a little bit underwhelming, I would say. There were some nice cards, but nothing really too exciting. It looked like people were trying to get rid of some of their slabs. Maybe they were hoping for PSA 10s. They got PSA 9s, and so they were kind of on sale, which I think is a good time to buy when people are really just trying to get rid of some of the slabs that they got that maybe they were hoping for higher grades. They didn't quite get what they want. But a couple of things I wanted to touch on regarding the card show. There were a lot of SGC slabs, and my question to a lot of dealers was, how do you feel about the resale value of SGC slabs? And I didn't feel like I got a solid answer from anyone. One dealer told me that most SGC slabs sell for roughly 90% of PSA slabs, which is absolutely false. And it's just funny because the next table over, they were selling an SGC 10 Walker Buehler Topps Chrome for $30. SGC 10 is the highest grade you can get. I don't know if there's like a black label SGC, but that's basically their highest grade. And I just sold a PSA 10 Walker Buehler for $106 on eBay. So I know that kind of peaked very briefly, but still, that's a huge gap between, $100 to $30. So, I would say just kind of be careful what dealers tell you when they kind of give you these absolutes, like SGC sell for 90% of PSA across the board. I was watching another YouTube video where the guy also mentioned that that's just a bunch of BS. So those are just some things to think about. I didn't see a whole lot of HGA slabs, period. And so the ones that I did see, I asked the dealers what they thought of HGA. And again, not a very clear answer as far as, hey, do you think this company is going to make it? As far as, is it going to be a relevant grading company next to BGS, next to PSA? And nobody seems to know, which makes sense. These companies are very new. SGC is not new, but in terms of their modern grading, they're relatively new to the game. And so we're kind of still feeling it out. So that's just the sense that I got from the market. We really don't know how this is all going to play out. But for now, I have at least got a sense of what the HGA slabs resell for, and we're going to go over that in a minute here. But I just wanted to kind of briefly touch on that. And I think that was it. Like I said, the card show was not too exciting. I did have some pickups, and I'll go over that later as well. That's not going to be on this video. And I also wanted to go over PSA. Finally got some cards back from StarStock. So we got some cards graded through StarStock, which I talked about in other videos, and we've been waiting on those forever. That first order that I sent through StarStock was sent in January, and it just came back 2 days ago. So we're gonna go over that, but I think people are gonna be pleasantly surprised by the amount of PSA 10s that came back. So that's one thing that I think there was a lot of uncertainty about, and so it'll be kind of interesting to see how the results were from those. But again, I'll get into that in another video. For this one, we're gonna go over the HGA reveal, so let's get into it. Okay, welcome back. We're gonna try to go through this a little bit quickly because we have about 25 cards here, so I don't wanna spend too much time on each one. This first card here, this is a nice card. This was a Davante Adams Prism Green. It's a color match. Let's just see what we got on this. We got an HGA 9.5, and you can see it has 3 9.5s and 1 9.0, so very nice card. I did look up a comp on this. It looks like a PSA 10 sold for about $400. And I know I just talked about, comparing comps to PSA 10. So I will say that I believe that HGA 9.5s have been going for about 2/3 of the PSA 10 price if you get a 9.5. So I'm going to go with that and say that this is probably roughly a $260, $270 card. I'd like to know your thoughts on what you believe HGA comps are compared to PSA, but this was a nice grade. Bought this card raw on eBay, and I'll post the the cost in comparison to the market value of this card so you can see how much of a profit it was. But this was actually a profitable buy. Again, buying it raw, getting an HGA 9.5. That was a nice start to that order. This is a Justin Herbert. I believe it's a pink mosaic. It's hard to tell from the back, so let's turn it over to the front here. And yes, it's a Panini mosaic camo pink, and it got an HGA 9.0. You can see you got two 9.5s. You have the card match splash, which I actually liked that. In general, I like the card match splash better than the team match because it would look kind of weird, I think, with all this pink and then a blue up here or whatever, some other color. So that's just my opinion. One 9.5 away from a 1 9.5 subgrade away from a total score of a 9.5. So it's a bummer when we kind of miss, and it seems like we've missed on a few in the past for HGA. So that's just how it goes. Still a nice card. The market value for this card is between $50 and $60. Call it break even. Deandre Hopkins Prism got a 9.0. And again, missed a 9.5 by one subgrade. So these are very nice 9.0s. You could tell they're close to 9.5s, but they're just missing. This is his Prism rookie card, and I would argue that DeAndre Hopkins Prism 9 is pretty close to a PSA 9, which is selling for an incredibly low price right now. I want to say, again, this card is about $50, $60. Bought this card raw on eBay for about $10 to $15, I believe, and then paid $20 to get it graded. So there was a little bit of a profit in that. And I think, that's just a good card to have. DeAndre Hopkins is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. No doubt about it, and not really sure why his card prices aren't reflecting that other than people don't really buy wide receivers. So here's an Antonio Gibson. A lot of hype coming into the season, and you can see the auto got a 9. Let's see what the total score was on this card. 9.5. So that's kind of nice. You can see you got two 9.5s, 110 subgrade. Edges, the edges are, I've noticed that the edges are tough grades on these optic parallels or any of these shiny cards. It looks like HGA is tough on the edges, so I'm surprised this got a 10 on the edges. But 9.5 overall score, and I want to say that this card, again, in a PSA 10, in an HGA 9.5, I think there was a sale for $200 that I saw on eBay. I have to double check that, and you can see this is a serial number to 50. But since the auto got a 9, I would say that this card might be worth $150. So that's just ballpark. Let me know what you think of that. I know he's been off to a slow start as well, from what I can tell. I don't really follow the Washington football team, so I'm not too sure about that. Here's another one, also Washington football team, Antonio Gandy Golden. This was another purchase my brother made, and I honestly have never heard of this guy. So I don't know why he bought him, but I'm sure there's something to it. You can see it's a serial number, 35 out of 75. And here the auto got a 10. So that's nice. Let's take a look at the overall score. 9.5. So that's pretty cool. It got a 10 on the corners, 10 on the edges. So these were some well-made cards, I guess, at least as far as corners and edges, and then two 9.5 subgrades. So this is a pretty strong 9.5. And again, I am not sure what this is worth. So you could tell we were trying to buy cards that are a little bit more rare because we slightly got burned on base. And obviously those of you who saw my PSA reveal video know that we didn't do very well, in part because we got a lot of PSA 9s, but also because the market just really collapsed, at least as far as base cards is concerned. I think overall in general it did, but so now we were looking to buy more rare autos, and then I guess, and this is, highly speculative on this Antonio Gandy Golden, but great score, 9.5. Have to look up and see what that's worth. Also got this DJ Moore. This is also a serial numbered card, 49 out of 249. Let's take a look at what we got. 9.5. All right, so You know, I mean, we're doing pretty well here. 9.5s are good scores. I personally have never seen a pristine 10 in my life. There weren't any at the card show that I went to. So if I, you know, if I see a 10, I'm going to be blown away. But this is a 9.5. We got 3 9.5 subgrades. So on this one we hit, you know, we missed on a couple. And this is a DJ Moore Prism Orange. So you saw the serial number in the back. It looks like it's a die cut card. Very nice card. And DJ Moore is off to a great start. I actually have him on my fantasy football team, and the Panthers are off to a great start, 2-0. Just they just beat the Saints, and they beat them pretty handily. So I think it's a pretty promising season for DJ Moore. Unfortunately for Chase Claypool, I don't know about the Steelers season. Looks like they're having some problems in general, but particularly with that offensive line, and now Ben Roethlisberger's hurt. Anyway, Chase Claypool is still a good player, and you can see this is another serial numbered card out of 299. Let's see what we got on this. 9.5. All right, so we're doing pretty well here. We got 3 9.5s, 1 9.0. So it looks like we hit on this one as well. And this is an aqua. I know my brother really got excited about these aquas. You see their serial number to 299, so I think he liked that. And I don't know, sometimes he just gets on these, you know, either certain types of colors or certain rarity of cards. And so he bought a few aquas, and this was one of them. And I think we made out on this one as well. I'll have to take a look at how much we, you know, the total cost for this card. But, you know, usually if we get a 9.5, we probably are you know, in profit mode on that. So that was that order. Let's go ahead and bring the next one in. And so some of these, like this one is a Manny Ramirez. We'll just turn it over and see what we got here. We got a 9.0. This is another Topps Pristine Refractor. And again, I am not sure what the resale value on this. I think we didn't pay very much, probably $10 for the card itself and $20 to grade. So it could be, you know, it could be a $30 card. It might maybe slightly less than that. It's a serial numbered card out of 99. If you're a Manny Ramirez fan, you might be willing to pay $30 for it. It's really hard to tell. He had a, you know, couple of, you know, he was suspended once, I know, for using performance-enhancing substances. And I think in general, his legacy was tarnished for that reason, but still a great player, and people in Boston may still love him. I honestly don't know. I thought he was great when he played for the Dodgers. So here we have a Clyde Edwards-Helaire, another player. There was a lot of hype for him coming into the season. So far, I feel like he's been a disappointment. This is another aqua card. I could tell by the serial number, 216 to 299. Let's take a look at what we got here. 9.5. So, all right. You know, I'm liking these 9.5s. And again, 3 9.5s subgrades and 1 9.0 on the centering. So that's interesting. You know, I'm going to start taking a look, you know, a closer look at the centering. You can clearly tell that it's slightly off center, and I think maybe we were just hoping that might qualify for a 9.5, but I might actually go so far as using a centering tool so that we can kind of eliminate that as far as like, hey, you know, is this going to get a 9.5 or not on the centering, and then should we even bother to send it in for grading? But overall, it got a 9.5. It's a nice card. So I think because it's rare, and we're still hopeful for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, it's still a nice card to grade, and glad we got the 9.5 score on that. Now, this is another auto. This is a DJ Moore Contenders card, an autographed rookie card, and the auto got a 9. So that's kind of a bummer. Let's take a look at the overall score on this. And the overall score was a 9.0. So you see you got 3 9.0 subgrades and 1 9.5. Nice card. Rookie of the Year Contenders. I honestly I'm not too familiar with this type of card, but it's an auto, you know, it's his auto card, auto rookie card. So, you know, those are always nice. And again, DJ Moore off to a nice start. Panthers are 2-0. I'm not really sure how we did on this one. I'll have to take a look. Again, it's very difficult to find market values for these types of cards, but we'll go ahead and post that as well once I get that information up. Another DJ Moore. So we were pretty high on DJ Moore, and it's a good thing he's off to a good start. This is another serial numbered 98 out of 99. Let's see what we got. Nice card. 9.0. So Here's another one where two 9.5s, two 9.0s. If we had gotten one more 9.5, we would have had another HGA 9.5. And this is a pretty, these cards are generally known as difficult to grade because there's so many edges. So actually a 9.0 with two 9.5 subgrades is not too bad. And this one we did a neutral card. I believe it was, I'm not sure why they chose orange, to be honest with you, for the color. But it's a neutral match, either a team match or card match. Maybe gold is considered orange. I'm not really too sure. Kind of odd that they chose orange for the color. But anyway, that was a 9.0. This was a Jalen Hurts mosaic. Let's see what we got. Oh, 8.5. So this is the first 8.5 we got in this order so far. So not too shabby. You see the corners are 8.5s, the surface is a 9, and the centering is a 9. These mosaics from this year, this is 2020, are known for not being grade friendly, I guess. I don't know what other term to put it, but they don't grade very well. And I think that's true with PSA, and I'm sure maybe some other grading companies that people have just not done very well by grading these mosaics. So I'm not really sure why we thought we would do well on this, but this is his mosaic silver, and maybe just, it's a silver. Let's take a chance. It's Jalen Hurts. Seems like he's off to a nice start, but unfortunately it's an 8.5. So I would probably say this is worth the price of a raw card, and we probably just lost the grading fee on it. So that's kind of where I would put that card. Okay, one more order. Thanks for sticking with me on that. I think those were actually the better cards. And this last order, I don't know. Let's just see what we got here. The first one is a Marcus Simeon. Marcus Simeon is having an incredible season with the Blue Jays, and it seems like nobody's talking about him. This is his Topps Chrome X-Fractor. And it got a 9.0. So corners 9, centering 9.5, edges 8.5. So the edges on this, and that's what I was saying. It seems like the edges are kind of tough on some of these, either Topps Chrome or Optics or the Chrome shiny kind of cards. This is a very nice card though, and Marcus, we sent this in 60 days ago. Marcus Simeon is an unbelievable season. I believe he might be third in the MVP voting, as far as at least projections. And the Blue Jays are really hot. It looks like they really have a legitimate shot to make the playoffs. No, it's not the worst thing. I think that it's still a profitable card, considering I believe we paid $15 for the card. So, I mean, that's unreal to pay $15 for a Topps Chrome X-Fractor. And it got a 9, so it's a nice mint condition card. I'm happy with that. This is a Patrick Mahomes My House. Let's see what we got. 9.0. So the edges, and that's what I was saying. The edges on these cards, they're kind of, it's tough. It's tough to get good scores, at least from HGA. This is what I've been noticing. So I would say that this is still roughly a $50 card. At least it looks like that's what an SGC 9 sold for. And PSA 9s are kind of, one thing I've noticed is that when you get into the 9s, like the HGA 9s, the SGC 9s, the PSA 9s, because their price is so low, they generally tend to sell for roughly the same price. Like you won't see an HGA 9 sell for 67% of a PSA 9, because PSA 9s, you can get some really good deals right now. That's one thing I noticed at the card show. I mean, people are just, in some cases, giving away PSA 9s. So anyway, I would say this is probably about a $50 card. Pulled it out of a blaster box. So it's a nice, nice little pull. This is a pretty cool card. This is an Anthony Hardaway Coast to Coast refractor. You can see the refractor. I don't know if it's kind of, there we go. You can see the refractor there. I pulled this out of a Topps Chrome basketball box back in 1998. So if you can believe that, this is one of my pulls from way back in the day, and it got an HGA 9.5. That is awesome. Really cool card. You can see, the background and coast to coast, and it's a refractor, and 3 9.5s, and when the surface was a 9.0. I guess that shouldn't be too surprising because the card is well over 20 years old. Anyway, that's super cool. I had this, actually didn't have it in a binder. I had it in a top loader. I believe I even had it in a team bag. So I had some cards very well taken care of for all these years, and glad to see that it got a 9.5. This was another card. Oh, I guess we got the score here. This is a Kevin Garnett SP Authentic Spectaculars, and it got an HGA 9.0, and it got 9.0s across the board. I guess I was hoping for a 9.5 on this one, but you can see the serial number is out of 100. The normal ones that you'll see are typically out of 3,999. So those are the more common ones, but this one is a little bit more rare. I saw a buy it now raw on eBay for $115. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably, I don't know, maybe $150 card. It got an HGA 9.0, so it's a graded card. It's pretty rare. I don't know, maybe we'll just say it's a $100 card. And again, I had it in my binder and just paid the cost of grading, $20. So another nice hit on that. This was a Justin Jefferson regular holo. Let's see what we got here. HGA 9.0. So edges, not 8.5. Centering. So that's unfortunate. Again, we should, at a minimum, be able to see if there's an issue with the centering. And I'm thinking, is it top to bottom? I don't know. Just eyeballing it, the centering does not look that bad. Let's check the back. Maybe the back does look a little bit worse, and maybe they're tough on the back. I really don't know, but I don't know. I'm just a little bit surprised at the centering score. Edges got an 8.5. And that's just something, honestly, I'm not too sure where they're scoring the edges. Like, I mean, unless there's some noticeable blemishes, anywhere on the card. But usually I look these over pretty good. So I just noticed that HGA seems to be tough on the edges, and maybe I just got to get better at looking at them. But anyway, that's a HGA 9.0, and still a nice card, a nice score, but, a 9.5 obviously would be a lot better. This is a DK Metcalf. I believe it's his Premier. Let's take a look. Yep, Select Premier, and it got a 9.0. I actually like the uniform splash match. That looks pretty cool. So I like the card. I like the look of the card. It got 3 9.0s and the edges 8.5. So back to that, they're tough on the edges. And I think I could kind of see when I, put it in the light here, I could see some blemishes, very subtle, but it looks like that's where they're gonna you on these scores. So it cost $20 to get it graded. So, maybe we made a little profit. We'll go ahead and take a look at that. And these last three, they're all the same. Not really sure why I graded 3 LaMelo balls. I think we were just trying to find some cards to grade and maybe hoping maybe one of them might be a pristine, I think that's kind of the goal here. So let's take a look at this one. 9.0, and it got 4 9.0s across the board. So that's kind of a bummer. I went ahead and looked up an HGA 9.0. It looks like they're selling for about $35. I would say that a raw card goes for about $15, and then it costs $20 to get it graded. So if you get an HGA 9.0, it's probably break even. So not that great. 9.0, again, 2 9.5s, 2 9.0s. We missed a 9.5 by 1 sub score. So bummer. And again, same thing, break even. Last one, let's see. 9.0 again. So 2 9.5s, 2 9.0. So we missed it again by 1 sub score. So that's pretty frustrating. We got 3 LaMelo Ball HGA 9.0. So we went 0 for 3 on that. Those are just 3 cards that probably, we could have just kept them raw and went ahead and made the same amount of money, which was 0. And I even got another one from another order, and this is also a 9.0. So I have 4 LaMelo Ball Donruss graded cards. If you're in the market for an HGA 9.0, let me know. We definitely have some for sale. But anyway, thanks for taking a look at this order. This was kind of a big one. We'll put the LaMelo Balls back in here. And I think overall we did pretty well. I calculated the profit on this order at a little bit over $500. So Not too shabby. You know, we're just really looking to buy good cards of good players and see how they do. That's really the long-term outlook on this. But if there's profit to be made, we might sell in the short run. But either way, I really just look to buy. I think LaMelo Ball is going to have a nice career. I honestly do. And I think he'll definitely have a good year this year. So, you know, it's fun to watch the games, root for the players, and see how their cards do as a result. So thanks again for watching. I will post or drop a PSA reveal video. It's going to be kind of a different one because we got the cards back from Star Stock. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look at them on the Star Stock platform. And if you like the video, please like it. Thanks for watching my PSA reveal. And please subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate everyone who leaves feedback, and I'll see you on the next one.